Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to week number 16 so far of Thursday night training. My name is Dana Carpio, and it's a pleasure to have you here with me. Guys, this week I'm so excited to be bringing to you YouTube basics. Now, this is going to be a very basic how-to to get your YouTube account set up and ready for all the videos. And it's also going to help you learn how to actually structure a video so you can actually go out there and shoot a video tonight, structure it the right way. You can even optimize it tonight and go ahead and get it on your channel. So guys, it's going to be an awesome evening. I hope your week has gone well. Mine has gone well. I have been kid free for the last couple of days and been trying to rest up, and hopefully my back has been feeling a little bit better off and on, and so it just kind of depends. It kind of goes up and goes down and goes up and goes down, but so is life, right? So I wasn't going to let that keep me from you this week. Again, there was no way, shape, or form that I was going to miss out on this week, because I know how much some of you guys have really been looking forward to the actual YouTube training. And guys, like I said, this is going to be very basic. So we are going to start going into more advanced techniques, more advanced lead generation skills here in the very near future. We have gone through the basics of pretty much everything that you need to know in order to get set up online the right way using attraction marketing formula. Okay, so using all of that information that you have, we are ready to step into the next series, which is going to be more of an advanced series. So get ready to tie down and buckle down, and you are actually going to have a killer lineup of some new training coming up very soon. So I want to welcome you guys here tonight. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to be here with me. It's going to be awesome. So I'm not going to waste much time tonight. There is a lot to cover. There's going to be a lot more on the live portion of the training tonight than there is actually of the slideshow presentation. I did do some slides, and yes, they do have a lot of information on them, but I'm going to try to go through them very quickly so we can go ahead and progress to the actual YouTube, the actual YouTube site, and that way you can see more hands-on, because there are some things on the site that I did not put into the actual presentation part. So I want to make sure that we get to the live part as well. So welcome. I'm going to go ahead and get started with the slides. If you'll give me just a minute, I will make sure that you can see my screen. All right. Let me see here. I came back to myself, I believe. I did. I'm sharing my screen to myself. That's funny. Oh, and I thought I said to screen share. It's being silly. It doesn't want to do that right now. So let's see here. Can you guys? Yes, you can see my screen. Okay, good. Good. You can see the actual slideshow. So we're going to start from the very beginning. Let me double check, make sure you guys can see me. Okay, excellent. All right, well, let's get started. Welcome tonight to Thursday night training. I am your host, Dana Carpio, and tonight we are going to be covering YouTube basics. So if you have been doing tutorial videos or are thinking about doing tutorial videos, or if you've just been wanting to create some content with your videos to get people interested in you as part of your branding initiative, then this is the place where you want to be tonight, because we are going to cover the basics, the very basics of YouTube. So basically, how you set up an account, how do you create a video, what can you do to optimize that video so it shows up in search engines, and so we're going to be covering all of these things tonight, and I'm really excited, because video is such a huge aspect in marketing, and it can dramatically change the results that you're getting in your business. Okay, so let's get started. Here's a little bit about where we are going tonight. I'm going to tell you a little bit about me and my story, and if you've been with me for a while, I know you're probably tired of hearing it, but for those who haven't heard it before, They need to hear a little bit about me as well. And I promise to try to make it as short and sweet as possible. We are going to be asking ourselves, why use video? What is it about video? Why is everybody talking about it? What about it has got everybody on their toes? We're going to cover your profile setup. And that means your graphics, your profile photo, things of that sort. We're going to cover setting up your channel description, and those types of things. We're also going to be covering how to optimize your videos. Now, this is not an all-out, absolute, perfect description of how to optimize your videos. This is a very basic, general way to get you knowledgeable about how to optimize your videos. And I'm going to show you a couple of things that I thought was really cool today when I went to look for it. But I'm going to show you, based on the things that I tell you, you can rank your videos on the first page of Google. I've done it. I looked today and I found 3 videos so far of mine that are training videos. Specifically, I went and looked for that particular training video, and I was on the first page of Google. I almost fell over. So there's 3 of them where I'm on the first page of Google. You want to talk about getting some organic traffic? That is huge. So tonight, I'm going to show you how to optimize your videos to help you rank on the first page of search engine results, okay? We're also going to be talking about some cool tricks to boost your subscriptions, because you want people to subscribe to your YouTube channel. I'm going to share with you what we're going to cover next week. We're going to do some live online training where I can go in and show you on my specific YouTube account how to do certain things. And there is a menu there. We're going to cover some pieces there as well. And then we're going to have some Q&A. Now, remember, this is very basic. This is not extremely advanced. So if you have a more advanced question, you may ask it. Feel free to ask. But there may be a couple of things that may be too detailed or too specific or too advanced in order to be included in this particular training. But like I said, we're going to start getting into more advanced type things here very, very shortly. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. Here's a little bit about me. That's my family of boys. That's my family right there, minus me. My husband's there holding the cards. And then you have little Reese over here with his mouth wide open. And then there's Javari. He's 5 and Reese is 3. And there is Giovanni Jr. He is 18. And Christopher, my 17-year-old, who is just now a senior. We are a happy family of 6. The children are separate ages because the 2 older ones are my stepchildren, but I treat them and love them just as my own. We currently live in Hermitage, Tennessee, and if you don't know where Hermitage is, we are just east of Nashville. We are actually living about 10 minutes from the home of President Andrew Jackson, which is actually pretty cool. So if you ever come to Nashville, go east a little bit, headed out towards Knoxville, down Interstate 40, and you will see Hermitage. Come enjoy the Andrew Jackson home. It's pretty cool. Now, in April of 2014, I actually started with my primary company first. I didn't get involved in the online marketing until after. It was an opportunity that I prayed over, and I got 3 different confirmations telling me that, yes, this is the one I needed to do. This is the one I need to stay with. And so I went ahead and I got started in April. Well, we lost our transportation, and I ended up having to market everything online. And so in July of 2014, I said, well, I've got to do online only. I had a couple of parties. I had a party here at the house, and I had a party at a restaurant down in Franklin, which is about 45 minutes south of me, where most of the people are that I know. And nobody showed up to either one. Can you believe that? Well, I mean, my sponsor showed up, but other than that, nobody showed up. How wrong is that, right? So needless to say, I was really discouraged about the whole thing. And then I started getting online, and I went through Facebook, and then I started losing friends on Facebook, and I'm like, okay, there's got to be something to this. So I started doing some research. And what I did was I connected myself with all the gurus out there. If there was a guru out there, I was on their email list. And I just read emails and watched videos and soaked up all this information and got all the gold nuggets that I could. And it was absolutely free. I didn't pay for any types of courses or anything of that sort because I couldn't afford to at the time. So I know you're thinking you can get a free online marketing education. Well, how much can you actually learn if that's the case? Well, a lot of that depends on who you're getting your information from, who you follow, what you read. Do you visit their blog? Are you talking about a guru here, or are you talking about someone who thinks they're a guru? There's a difference. But all of that information that I got was absolutely validated to be true. So when it was validated by other industry professionals and I kept seeing it pop up 2 or 3 times, I was like, okay, so this must be true. Well, come to find out, it's more true than what you think. And during this whole education process, I found out that there were certain platforms and systems and programs, basically tools that you need to have in order to conduct business online. You need to have certain tools. And I was like, okay, well, I started working with those tools and I really struggled with the technology about it. It was extremely time consuming. I had things that were not connecting to this and not connecting to that, and I couldn't get a flow. And the list just went on and on and on. And I finally got to a breaking point where I either had to push through, and I've already invested all this time and education, all this time and energy into the education of how to do this, right? Do I, just need to push through and keep going at it, or just, pass it up and move on? Well, I found that I had just put too much into it. So I just pushed through. And I ended up joining the MLSP community. For those of you who are a part of it or who know what it's all about, it's an excellent community. And you know that those that don't know, if you don't know about My Lead System Pro, MLSP, then connect with me after the webinar, and I'll be happy to talk to you about the community. It is a community full of support, guidance. They validated a lot of the things that I thought were true, but I wasn't 100% sure about certain things, and they have validated those things, and they have also given me belief. And that's not just belief in my primary opportunity. That's mainly belief in myself that I can do this, that I have this, I can learn the skills to be able to help other people run their business. And so, my primary kind of went secondary, and now I have a whole new primary, which is really cool. But the belief in myself has gone from practically nothing into, yes, I truly believe that I have the cookie. And other people want my cookie. They just have to bring their milk. I have the cookie. I believe in myself that I have what so many marketers out there really need. And that is an education about what they are doing online to be more effective with their business. That's the cookie, the know-how. Okay? So, and ever since then, nothing has been the same since. Nothing. My whole daily plan has changed. The results of my business have changed. It's just amazing because now I feel like I'm part of a community and one that really helps me when I need it. So it's been awesome, just awesome. Now that's enough about me. Let's ask this question. Why use video? Why even bother talking about video or thinking about video or even considering using it in our business? What is the benefit? Why would it be so good to use video? Well, here's the first reason. The average attention span of a human being is 8 seconds. Yeah, I've already lost you guys. But the average attention span of a human is 8 seconds. So if you have a blog post that's 500 words long, you're going to get about maybe a paragraph or two before that person has already zoned out and moved to something else. We are a very fast-paced, visual, digital society. And I haven't run this test yet, and I can't wait to do it. I've been thinking about doing it, and it just, I'm going to put out a poll. I'm going to put out a poll on Google Plus, and I'm going to ask if people would rather read a blog post or watch a video. And I'm going to tell you right now, I pretty much already know the results before I even put the post up. Most people would rather watch a video. They're very visual type of person. And we have become very digital society overall. I mean, look at us. If you go somewhere like a train station, you see people standing there waiting for the train. What do they have in their hands? What are they doing? They're sitting there watching something on their phone or playing a game or reading email. It's all about the phone. There's access to videos. There's access to the internet 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter. So, I mean, the whole way that human life has turned is one reason why video is important. Because if people are really already looking at this stuff, why not put yourself right in front of them? Let that be your video they're watching when the train comes. While they're waiting for the train, while they're waiting for a bus, while they're waiting for the doctor. Doesn't matter. You want to put yourself where your audience is, right? 78% of people watch videos online every week. I really wish I had the statistic broken down because I would like to know the percentage that are on mobile devices versus other devices like a desktop or TV or laptop. A mobile device, I'm talking about tablets and cell phones. I'm sure I can find that a little bit later. But this blew my mind. 78% of people watch videos online every week. You want a piece of that 78% pie? Oh, yeah? Then good. Stay tuned. We'll teach you how. Video also quickly builds trust and rapport with your prospect. And you say, well, how does that happen? Well, okay, let's do this for a scenario. You see the words on the screen here, right? And you see what it says, why use video, average attention span of human, da, 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 da. You see all these words, okay? When you look at these words, do you see my face? No. Do you hear inflection in the words, reading them just as they are? No. Can you see you can't see my eyes. You can't see my gestures. You can't hear my voice. So you don't know exactly how to perceive this information just as a simple black and white text field, right? So let me show you something. What about now? See where it's different? When you see somebody on the screen face to face, it's a lot easier to understand. And you hear the inflection in my voice. You can see my mannerisms. You see my eyes. And that starts to build trust and rapport with your prospect. That right there, that connection, that face-to-face connection, even if you're not in person, makes a huge difference than just words on the screen. So when you're doing your marketing, if you have yourself on the screen versus putting words on the screen, you're better off by far. It's okay if you have your voice and things of that sort, but you can always build the trust and build a rapport a lot better with someone if you are face to face. See? Now I'm going to go back to share my screen. But you get my point. You're talking about words versus an actual person. Two different things. Okay? Now I did this in a graphic format because I want you to understand the impact of what this is going to do for you. Okay? When you use your video, you can create a very powerful message to deliver to your audience. You take that powerful message that you have, and you can put inflection in it, you can put other graphics to it, and that. Visually, it gives you a more intense, more powerful message than just seeing it on the screen, right? Okay, so that's a reason why to use video. It makes your message stronger than just words on the screen, okay? So once you have your powerful message, You also have an extremely search-friendly format for those who are looking for your powerful message. Let me tell you, Google owns YouTube, right? Google and YouTube are like best of pals. If you put something on YouTube, you can rank it on Google because YouTube is seen as an authority in Google's eyes. Keep that in mind. So you already have authority once you start putting your stuff in and ranking, and you're building your authority, you're building your brand online. But Google's going to give you, YouTube is going to give you even more bargain for your money, or well, lack of. But you get more bang for your buck. Do you see what I'm saying? So if you put more effort into YouTube, you're going to rank a little bit better on Google results. But there are certain keys and pieces to that have to be fit together to make that happen. But overall, your YouTube video, all in all, is extremely search friendly, especially on the YouTube engine. So keep that in mind. Okay, so now you have a powerful message that's extremely search engine friendly. Okay, and now you can actually get that powerful message out to more people on less of a budget. So you can put videos. For example, I put YouTube videos on all the time, absolutely free. I have not paid anything to YouTube, and they host my videos. As long as I follow the policies and procedures, there shouldn't be a problem, right? So here I am with a powerful message going out somewhere where it's extremely search engine friendly. And so my message is going to get out to a whole lot more people without having to spend a whole lot of money. Okay, so these right here, all in all, are just simply 3 reasons right here. But see, here's the ultimate goal of why you want to use video. It creates leverage, not for 30 seconds, not for 2 weeks, for years. It creates leverage for years. All of your videos stay on your YouTube account unless you remove them or YouTube shuts down your account for some reason. If YouTube shuts down your account, then you've got to look back and say, okay, what did I do wrong that violated the terms and conditions? So you don't get your YouTube account shut down. I suggest reading the terms and conditions and making sure that you meet each and every one of them, especially if you have, hundreds of videos on your account and then they close it down. What are you going to do? If you haven't backed up any of those videos, you just lost all of that hard work, right? Nobody wants you to lose that hard work. You want to be able to keep it, to hold it, so it creates that leverage over years, not just an immediate and a short time frame. As long as it stays there, you can still generate leads and sales from it. I'm telling you, Mark Harvett says it all the time on his trainings, and he says he still gets leads and sales and things from videos that he created like 6 years ago, guys. 6 years ago. That goes to show you, if you do your homework and create the right videos and they stay on your page, you can still be getting leads from them in 6 years. Wouldn't that be so awesome? Talk about leveraging the power of the internet. That's why it's so good to use video. Now that we know why it's good to use video, let's go into setting up your profile. Okay, you need to decide if you want to do a personal or business account. Me, myself, I did it as I did just my name. And so I set it up. It is a business account for me, but I did set it up using my own personal name. And that's just because my website is under danacarpio.com. All of my social media platforms are under Dana Carpio. So why wouldn't I put YouTube under the same thing? So if you've been branding yourself one way on your website or in your social media platforms, you need to make sure that you brand yourself the exact same way when it comes to YouTube. Don't change it just because the platform changed. Make sure it's consistent across all forms. Okay. Here is your channel art. Okay. And it can be a little bit confusing. So I'm going to help try to explain this. Okay. The first thing I want you to look at is the TV display. Now that's this big, huge white area here. When you create your graphic for YouTube, what you want to do is make sure that the background covers the entire 2560 by 1440 pixels size. You can create your graphics in Canva. Remember, Canva is a free digital graphics editor. You can go in, you can create your own background. So it will cover the entire TV display. Okay, so you can create this just once and it will fit all of these pieces. Okay, the next area you need to look at is the tablet display. It's 1855 by 423. Okay, and then the actual the maximum desktop display is 2560 by 423. Then you have a text and logo safe area. When you're creating your graphic, this is where you want to put any kind of a slogan, of a logo, a picture, any words, anything of that sort that you want your prospect or anyone who visits your channel to be able to see it as a big announcement. Hey, this is my channel. This is where you need to make sure you put it, is the 1546 by 423. So that way, no matter where anybody looks, whether it's a TV display, a desktop, a tablet, you have all of your information in that one general space. And everybody can see it. Not just those who are watching TV or just those who are on a tablet. Okay, so make sure that when you design your channel art that you want to make sure that you put all your specific logo and type information right here in the center. Okay, your profile picture is 100 by 100. I just use my profile picture from Facebook, or whichever one. Just be consistent with your profile picture. Remember, you're branding yourself on each new platform. You need to use the same type of things, the same images, the same graphics. So if you don't know really what you're going to do, and this is the first training that you're in, then you need to think of a graphic or find a picture or something that really suits you, that you really enjoy, that you can use for a long period of time, that doesn't have any copyrights on it, and go and start creating all of these photos to be the exact same way across all social media mediums. Okay, that's part of your branding process. Now we're going to get into setting up your channel. Your channel art needs to be a tasteful photo that represents you and your brand, and that's exactly what I was just talking about. You can put text and photos and things of that sort on there if you would like. Your channel description, what you want to put in this area is an explanation of the nature of the videos that they're going to be watching on your channel. So what kind of information are they going to get? Are you going to be doing how-to videos for exercise? Are you going to be doing how to cook with how to cook dinner for 2 people with a spaghetti pot? Are you going to be doing some kind of are you teaching marketing? Are you teaching someone how to knit a sweater? I mean, you need to let people know in your channel description what you are up to, what is on your channel. So they can read this description and just be like, okay, I'm curious. So give it some curiosity points. And you also want to put in there, how often do you add videos to your channel? So do you add them daily? Do you add them weekly? Do you add them every other day? That kind of gives the person who's looking at your channel an idea of when to expect new content. They can either do it that way, or they can just subscribe, and then, eventually they'll start getting content and they'll be happy about it. You want to set up some playlists. Once you get a few videos uploaded onto YouTube, you want to create some playlists so the visitors and your current subscribers or your new subscribers can easily find similar content. So for example, on my channel, I have playlists from the work from home opportunity community on Google+. I have a playlist for that, and I have a playlist for the Thursday night training. I need to create another playlist for the 2-minute tidbits. You see what I'm saying? And that way people can go, if they say, okay, well, I know it's on her Thursday night training. She did it on Thursday night training. They can go to my YouTube channel, find the Thursday night training playlist, click on the playlist, and boom, they have every video that I've done from Thursday night training. That's simple. It makes it a whole lot easier for your visitors and your subscribers than to sit there and try to rifle through all the different videos that you have to find, one that was on Thursday night at the beginning of the time, There is a thing called a channel ad. You can advertise your channel across YouTube. I actually am going to be honest with you. I have not done a channel ad yet. You can get organic views. You can get shared views. I, at this point, have not found a need for a channel ad because you can use your videos in so many different forms and in so many different ways in your business that I really haven't found a need to advertise. But it is possible if you would like to. And there are more settings and specific settings about your channel, and we'll cover those in a little bit in the live session. Okay. So, you're starting to get all these basics, and you're getting an idea of how to set up your channel, right? And you figured out how to put your channel art up and all of this. Well, now we are going to create your video in 3 easy steps. My goodness, excuse me. Say 3 easy steps. Okay, step number 1. Research your target market and their struggles. You're like, okay. So this goes all the way back to the target market training that we were talking about. You have to know who your audience is and find out what their struggles are. What are they having problems with? So for those of you who are in health and wellness, maybe your target market is having trouble with belly fat. Okay, and you know this because you have researched your market. How do you research your market? This is the question here. You do it through your keyword research. And if you don't know what keyword research is, I highly, highly suggest going to my website at danacarpio.com, hovering over the Thursday night training tab, and look for the training about keyword research. When you are an online marketer, you will always, always, always find the need for keyword research. It is vital to your overall presence online. So that is an exceptionally important training that I need you to do, because it's going to start popping up and stuff. And you're going to be like, keyword research, what is this? And I keep seeing it over and over again. That's why. It's really that important. You keep seeing it over and over again because it's that crucial to your success, to people being able to find you and your stuff, right? So you can find out what your target market is looking for just by doing some keyword research. You can also ask questions to people who are in your target market. Find out, say, hey, what are you having problems with? I'm just curious. Are you like Sally? Do you have problems with getting leads too? Or are you like John? Are you having issues posting your stuff everywhere? Or are you trying to start a blog, but you don't know how to do it? You can easily ask questions directly to people. You can observe others in forums or in groups. I love doing that. To me, that is the most fun thing ever, because you can go into a group, saying that they allow, whether it's a public group or they allow you in or what have you. Go into a group. Don't post anything. Don't say anything. Just sit back and read through the posts, read through the comments. So the first thing you want to do is read through the post and then make sure you read through the comments of that post. You're going to see different things. You're going to see what they're posting in the post. What is their pain? What is their pain? What is their problem? What are they struggling with? Why are they posting? What do they need help with? So if you go to where your people are and you just listen to what they say, it's easy to find out what to create a video on. And then what you need to do is take those particular topics, go to your keyword research, go to your your keywords tool in AdWords, in Google AdWords. Go in there and type those phrases in and find that particular keyword phrase that you can use for your video that will help you rank in search engines. And how do you know that they're looking for it? Because you went in, you found out what they were looking for and what they're struggling with. You found out that, yeah, they definitely are searching for it along with 650 other people every single month. So there's a market for it. And then you go create the content to answer the question and help the pain and help the struggles of those who have done that, who are having those problems. You just got valuable information from your target market and turned around and gave them a solution to that valuable, that struggle, that pain. You're solving problems. You're giving a solution. So that's easy and very first step to creating a video. How hard is that? Find out what people are needing and then you turn around and get ready to give it to them. Not sounding mean, but that's what you're doing, right? You're finding out what you need. You're going to create it. Okay, so let's go to step 2. You're going to actually create the video content. And some people say, okay, well, how am I going to do this? What's the structure of a video? Blah, 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 blah. When you first start doing videos, you're going to stink at it. I'm just going to tell you. I did. It was awful. I would do like 8 different takes for one little 1-minute video. It was ridiculous. And I got to tell you, I have a whole bunch of videos that never even made it online that I created. And this has been a while ago because and that's just because I was that particular about them. I was that crazy about them. But they needed to be very specific. But I didn't know how to create the actual video content. So I'm going to help you do that here. I didn't know this, but I do know it now. So I'm going to share it with you. What you want to do is when you go to create your video content is you want to give an introduction. You don't want to just be like, yeah, today I'm going to give you 3 steps to fix your car. No, they don't know who you are. They don't know where you're from. So, for example, easy. Hello, this is Dana Carpio with danacarpio.com. I'm coming to you today with 3 steps that'll help you fix your car. Plain and simple, right? Seems really easy. Or it can be, hello, everyone. My name is Dana Carpio, and I'm coming to you with a 2-minute tidbit. I think that's one of them that I do. But you see what I'm saying? You want to introduce yourself. So they say, okay, this is so-and-so. Okay, hi, how you doing? Standard, right? The second thing you need to do as you create the video content, you want to ask them a question. I have to admit, I haven't always done this. So I'm going to start doing this. This is going to be cool. But you ask them a question. Do you want to know how Instagram works? Do you want to know how YouTube works? Are you struggling with getting leads online? Are you struggling with people actually seeing your Facebook fan page posts? Okay. Once you ask that question about whatever it is that the problem or pain point is, then you turn around and you deliver your content. You answer the question that you just asked. So you can turn around and say, well, here are 3 steps to help you generate leads online absolutely free. No tech skills required. And then you go through and you list those 3 steps. It's that simple. That's how you do it. That's how you create your content. You just answer the question that you asked. And there's obviously people looking for this information because we did our research in the beginning, right? So you're not just answering a random question just to answer a random question. You're answering a question that other people are wanting to know more information about. Okay? So it's very simple. You just answer the question. You know, are you struggling with lead generation? Here are 7 different strategies for you to use that are absolutely free. That will generate 60 leads in 30 days if you put them to work the right way. So you just deliver your content. You tell them what they need to know. Once you've done that, then you should do a call to action. You need to have a call to action in every single video. The person says, well, what should I do next? Now that I know this information, what do I need to do next? Well, if you're struggling with leads, and I just gave you 3 things to do in order to get leads, if you want more information, a good call to action would be subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can find great tips and tricks on how to generate more leads and sales for your business. You can tell them to visit your website. You can tell them to join your newsletter. The point is you want to give them something to do once they've consumed your content. Because just consuming the content is not going to be satisfactory for the viewer. Your brain's going to be like, okay, so what next? What do I do next? And you don't want the brain to be like, wah, wah. You know what I mean? So make sure that you have a very strong call to action. Tell them what they need to do next. Tell them to like. Tell them to subscribe. Tell them to go to your website. Tell them to find you on Facebook. It doesn't matter what you tell them to do, but you have to tell them to do something. Okay? That was step number 2. Now, step number 3 is that you want to promote your video to your target market. You created this thing, you found out what they wanted, you created what they wanted, and now you got to put it in front of their face, right? So how do you do that? Well, you email your list. Because if this is a video that is in your target market, part of your target market is already in your list. So you want everyone on your list to already have to get this video. So you want to email your list and let them know. I like to send things to my list that I don't put anywhere else because I like my list to feel like they're special because they are. They're with me week in, week out, month in, month out. They are finding value in the information that I share. I even get feedback from them. You know, your list is part of your life. Your list is your life. And once you're done creating that valuable piece of information, remember, you created it for your target market, so it's got to be valuable. Turn around and email it to your list. Number 1. Number 2, you can post it directly to Facebook. And that's highly recommended. Not a link from YouTube to Facebook, but post the video directly to Facebook. You can put it on your personal profile or on your business page if you want. Or if you have a public figure page, you can put it there too. So when you do that, when you post directly to Facebook, Facebook sees it as, oh, cool, they're just giving a video just for Facebook, not for YouTube. And Facebook is actually going to allow the algorithm that they've got actually allows that video to be seen more often. And therefore, you get more views on the video, you get more engagement, you get more calls to action being acted upon, and therefore things start to happen, right? So if you post a video to Facebook, do it directly to Facebook, not to YouTube and then to Facebook, okay? You can also run an ad directly to your video for massive exposure. Now, the ads are paid ads, so that's not a free option, But you can run an ad directly to your video if you want a ton of people watching that particular video for whatever reason. If you're trying to announce a new product launch, or maybe you have a webinar coming up and you want tons and tons of people to know about it, then maybe a paid ad run directly to that video might be one of your best steps. You can also post it on other social media platforms like Google Plus and LinkedIn. You can put the actual link in there, and it links it to YouTube. But it actually gives you the full version. And the reason why I said full version there is because on Instagram and Twitter, when you put the link, it's not going to give you the full version. The main picture is what you're looking for. So you can do like a 60-second video that drives all your traffic to the video link and say, hey, this is Dana from danacarpio.com. I just shot a brand new video for you that explains da-da-da-da-da-da. Click on the link and go check it out now. 60-second video, right? They click on that link, they go to your YouTube video. So you can still use Instagram and Twitter to drive traffic. You can use a video to drive traffic with a video, for a video. It's pretty cool. Now, you can use your videos in your marketing in other places too. It's not just send it out and post it out one time and it's done. You can actually use your videos in your marketing, for example, like on a landing page. That in itself, if you put a video on a landing page, it will increase the conversion of that landing page by 80%. So if your landing page is already pulling, 20%, it'll increase it by another 80%. That's pretty rocking. That's pretty rocking. And the reason why is because it establishes that connection with your audience. You can always put a video on your opt-in page on your website. Put a video on your website, a welcome video on your website. I have one shot. I just haven't put one on there yet. It's just not on the actual website yet. But I have it shot. It's ready to go. So if you put it on your opt-in page, the people who are visiting your website, they see a picture of you, okay, whatever. But then all of a sudden they hear, "Hi, this is Dana Carpio. Welcome to my website." What? Pretty cool stuff. Then they're thinking, okay, that's sly, that's slick. I like it. See what I'm saying? You automatically start to make that connection visually, face to face. Okay. We are going to go into optimizing your video for search engines. This is very simple, very easy stuff. The main thing that you want to remember is that you save the video using the keyword as the file name. Believe it or not, the search engines will love you for it. And it helps you keep track of your videos a little bit easier. You want to make sure that you include the main keyword in the title. And you want to make sure that that title is absolutely clear but catchy. You want people to be like, oh, I read that title and that makes me want to know more. So I'm going to go watch the video to find the answer. Make it attention grabber. You also want to include the main keyword in the description. And in that description, you want to describe the contents of the video. You don't want to do it word for word, but you want to explain the types of things that they're going to find out when they watch that video. Include the keyword in that description. Now, you don't want to put it in there over and over and over and over again to where it only says the keyword. No. Place it in there logically, but place it in there a couple of times. Now, in your description, you also want to include time markers. And I'll show you what I'm talking about in one of my videos here shortly about how to include the time markers. It makes it so much easier for someone to go in and look at a video and then reference a very specific section of your video. Awesome tip. Awesome tip I found from Mark Harbit. And you also want to include the main keyword in your tags. Now, your tags is like your keywords. You want to put your keyword and relevant keywords in your tags. And the best thing about videos, you can put the long tail keywords in the tags too. And that will pull more traffic for you. That'll generate more leads. That'll generate more sales. So you can, when you create the playlist that I was talking about earlier, you can use keywords from the actual videos that you put in that playlist in the description of the playlist. So that way, those particular keywords are getting picked up by the search engines again. So that's the name of the game. You want the keywords to be prominent in all of your material, and you want the keywords to be things that people are actually looking for, not just random words. That's why you do your research. You can also join or create a syndication tribe. Now, I know being a member of the MLSP community, we have a group where you can go in and post your blog posts, a link to your blog post, and people will go in and take that link and they will go and share it to their people. There's no fee for this or anything. They do it absolutely free, and they do it out of the kindness of their heart. I mean, you share their stuff too. But it's a way to syndicate your information and get more eyes on your stuff. Okay? You can also run paid traffic for a view boost, and that way you kind of, expose yourself to more people at once. You can do it that way, and it works just the same way as Facebook ads. You pay for it, and it's going to show it to a target market that you recommend. I've not done paid traffic on YouTube, so I really don't know how to explain it to you fully, but of course you're going to get more exposure because more people are going to see it. You don't have to, you're not worrying about organic traffic, so to say. Now, here's a couple of cool tricks to boost your subscriptions. You can include a link directly to your channel on your social media platforms or on your blog. So if you, in your personal profile information, include a link to your YouTube. You want to connect your YouTube to all your social media platforms if you can. A lot of them have areas where you can put links to other social media. And so if you have access to that, you know how to do that, I highly, highly, highly suggest it. That's just going to give you the opportunity for people from other social media platforms to go directly to your YouTube channel without having to go to YouTube and search and do that thing. They actually have the direct link to your channel. So that right there will boost your subscriptions dramatically. You want to broadcast an email to your list telling them about your new YouTube account. Once you go in, you get it all set up. Say, hey guys, I just set up my YouTube account. Come check it out. When you find value, subscribe to my new channel so you can get continuous video updates. How hard is that? Be like, come check it out, subscribe to it, and get the updates, and then turn around and tell your network about it. If you got value from it, your network's going to get some value from it too. Share it. Share the wealth. Share the knowledge. You can give a specific call to action. When you get value, subscribe to my channel for more training about generating leads and more sales for your business. That is a flat out call to action. I want you to subscribe to my channel, period. That is a flat out, straight up call to action. Now, there's a thing called cards. And you can have link cards, which if you put cards inside your videos, the link cards have to have an associated website, which is your blog. And you have to have it verified as well for your link cards. I have not had any exposure to link cards at this time. I am in the process of waiting on them to approve my website to be an associated website. So for things like cards and annotations, you have to have your website associated with YouTube. It has to be approved before you can have anybody link out of YouTube into your website. Unless you just put a link in the description, which that's always possible. You can use poll cards to engage your audience. Poll cards actually gives you the opportunity to find out more about your current subscribers. And it can also give you ideas on what kind of content to create so you can capture new subscribers. So and I'm not going to go too deep into poll cards, but you can actually ask your audience questions and get them to engage with your video. And that gives you more information about your audience. Isn't that cool? Now, the annotations, you actually do have to have the associated website, and it has to be approved. Once you have that done, you can set up annotations, which is just a little thought bubble or a little text box where you can include a short message and a website or a link to where you can send traffic to it. So you can actually have them opt into your newsletter, or you can send them pretty much anywhere. But you want to add it in 3 different places. You want to add it in the beginning, in the middle, and the end. If you're doing just a straight up, very quick how-to video, then I would do beginning, middle, end. If you're doing more of a longer training like this, like a webinar type of training, I would do it maybe in the beginning and at the end. So, but you have to, like I said, you have to have the associated website approval from YouTube before you can do these. And you, like I said, you can have the link go to anywhere to subscribe to your YouTube channel. You can have it for an email opt-in as long as that email opt-in is attached to your website, which is an approved associated website. You can have somebody schedule an appointment as long as it goes to your website, which is an approved associated website. You can have it download a PDF file that you're hosting on your website. That easy. If you have your site approved as an associated website, you can have your traffic, your audience go anywhere on that website. So I mean, it's actually really that simple. So if you have an email there, or if you have a blog post there that you want them to read after watching this video, they can go as long as it's on your website because it's associated with YouTube. But you have to get it approved. That is a process, and that is more of an advanced technique in order to get that to happen. If you're confused or if you want to know more information about it, I highly recommend going to YouTube itself and going to the help section and finding out more about how to associate your website with YouTube. It's basically, it establishes a trust factor between the two. Okay. All right. So for next week, we are going to have a solutionar, not a traditional webinar. We're going to have a solutionar. Since we have been working so hard for the last 16 weeks, yes, guys, 16 weeks. Isn't that crazy? For the last 16 weeks, we've been going so hard about specifics on social media, branding yourself, setting up your Aweber accounts, and all of that. I thought maybe next week we could go a little bit easy and do a solutionar. So what I'm going to do next week, it's not going to be a traditional sit down and give you slideshow type stuff. Okay. We're going to have more of a Q&A type atmosphere. And I'm going to help you understand some how-to things if you want to know like how to generate a lead or how to set up a lead capture page or anything of that sort. I want you, over the course of the next week, I want you to sit down and I want you to write out questions that you have, technical problems that you're dealing with, having this linked to that. If you're having trouble finding your target market, if you need to know what kind of tool to use for a customer retention management type of tool, if you need help with your mindset and getting your mind set up for prosperity, whatever your case might be, I want you to write those things down on a piece of paper and keep them in a special place. Okay, so keep them in a special place for next week. Next week, it's going to be all about what do you need to know? What are your questions? It doesn't matter what social media platform. It doesn't matter if it's beginner stuff, if it's advanced stuff, if it's super technical stuff. I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to answer as many questions as I can, as thorough as I can. And if by chance I don't have an answer for something, I will try to find the answer for you. And that way we both can learn. Because, I mean, I don't know everything. Not everybody knows everything. I'm going to teach you the stuff that I know. I don't have a problem teaching you the stuff that I know. You know, but on those other things, we can all find out together. Okay, so write down your questions, things that you need help with, things that you stumble on, and we will go through some of those things. And that will also give me some ideas too about more training in the future, about some things that you might want to dig a little bit deeper on. So for next week, make sure you write down those questions and things that you're struggling with so we can give you a solution on the Solution R. All right. So let's go to the internet for a little more live training. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to get out of there. And it popped off the screen share, didn't it? That's okay. I don't mind. I'm used to seeing you guys. So I'm going to go back over here to the screen share, and I'm going to show you my YouTube account. Let's see here. Let's do this. All right. Whoa. Sent you in the dark corner there, didn't I? Or down the tube of happiness. I don't know. I don't even know what they call it. It's just funny when it looks like a mirrored vision like that. It's pretty cool. Let's go here to my YouTube. Now, I'm going to tell you that my boys watch kid shows all the time, so you're probably going to see a bunch of kid stuff. That is actually all down here. So if I go to my main home page of my actual YouTube account, you can see different things. These are things that are recommended based on my history. Also down here, these of course are things that my children have been watching. I don't sit around watching these silly things all the time. But you can see that I started watching these and it was mostly for editing purposes. I watch these, maybe I can watch them again. You know, and again, these are all videos that my kids have done, have been watching. They love watching this surprise egg silly stuff. I don't know. It's one of those things. So what I'm going to do is once you're on your home page, you can actually look and see what type of things are trending. So you can come over here and just look and see what different types of things are trending right now. A lot of these are going to be, it's just different things. It could be anywhere from, you know, a day to 2. I think the longest I've seen is like 3 days. But for the most part, they're very relevant, and a lot of people are watching these videos here. So you can come and see like the different type of things that people are looking at and see if it is actually relevant to your target market. And if it is, you can watch the video, get ideas from it, and then turn around and create your own video on that same trend. And you can actually just shoot a video on that same trend. You don't have to watch their video to get the ideas. I mean, if you have your own ideas, but you see that it's on the trending side, then do it. Just go do it. You don't have to do any research to go out and do it. Okay. You can also look at your subscriptions. These are subscriptions that I have and the videos that they have actually put out. Rob 4 is one of my favorites. I really love the work that he does. It's absolutely awesome. And he has a huge, huge following. But some of these are videos from other people that I like to follow. And I get additional information, or they may be someone that I'm friends with. And so I get information there as well. You can also take a look at your history. To me, a lot of what's on my homepage tells me what my history is. So I don't really go back and look at it that much. Okay. So you're on this main page, your home page, and where you want to go to in order to find the videos that you have uploaded, you can automatically press the upload button up here in the top right corner, or you can go over here, go to my channel, and it's going to show you what your channel looks like. So this right here on the top is actually what your backdrop is. Remember, I said when we were going through, it only kept that center part. Well, this is that center part. I made sure to put the information that I wanted to appear exactly right into the section that was going to appear on the desktop or anywhere else. You can go pick up your phone and look at my YouTube account, and you're going to see still that same centered part on the actual cell phone too. So that's why it's important to know your measurements and be able to fix it, the right way. You can see here I have 20 subscribers. And right here is the channel description. And it basically is just telling them to come for the Thursday night training. I even leave a link where they can, go in and click on the link to get registered for the next training. And as you can see right now, we are live. Here it is showing on my actual YouTube channel. And these are all videos that I have prepared and are ready for the public to watch. Here are the created playlists. Here's the Thursday night training. There's 15 videos here. And there's that work from home opportunities community that I was telling you about as well. So you can actually create even more playlists. You can create as many playlists as you want. But this is the overall view. Okay. When I click here on the video manager, that's going to take us over here. And it's going to show you all the videos that you actually have on your channel. Now, not all of these videos are videos that the public has actually seen. Some of them are private videos that I have with some individual training for different people, but a lot of them are actually public videos that I've created, and I've used them in either different places or they are actually part of the Thursday night training. So when you look at this video at the studio here, the creator studio in the background at the video manager, it's going to give you have the option here. You have videos and you have a playlist option. So if you want to edit your playlist, or if you want to take videos out of that playlist, what have you, you're able to do that. Okay. I'm going to click up here on the dashboard and give you an overview of what it looks like in the back. It shows you your comments, all of the comments that people have made about your videos. It actually tells you how many views you have on your channel, how many subscribers you have, how many minutes these people have actually watched. And this was within the last 28 days. I've had 94 views over the last 28 days, which is not that bad. It's actually pretty good. I have not had any subscribers this week. So as you see here, this is something that I need to work on this week, is gaining more subscribers. And I can do that with all of those other things. YouTube is very helpful. They will give you information about what's new. And they have a new thing called a Creator Academy. And I haven't looked into this yet, but I'm going to. I've gotten to a certain point to where I want to find out a little bit more information about YouTube and things that I can do with it. But they always give you tips. here. And it basically tells you, it tries to help you out about things that you can and can't do on your actual account. So this is just your overall look of what is in your account. You have your videos, you have your analytics. Now, there's even more specifics here on the left side. You can do live streaming with your YouTube account. Streaming now is in beta. However, the way that I find it to be easiest is just to do it through Google Hangouts on Air. Because if you do it through Google Hangouts on Air, you can actually just create your own video, create your own webinar, what have you, and your Google account is hooked up to your YouTube account. So what it's going to do is once you're done with the Google Hangouts on Air, it's automatically going to render the video. It records it for you, renders the video, and puts it on YouTube for you. So when you do a Google Hangouts on Air, you have to have a YouTube account and they have to be connected. That's a whole nother bottle of wax. And I'm going to tell you, as far as getting that set up, find Ronnie Bencer, Bincer, Ronnie, Ronnie. Find Ronnie Bencer on Google+. He is the man when it comes to training all things Google Hangouts on Air. He knows like everything. He can walk you through step by step on how to set it up and get the things connected. There's a video out there. There's a video pretty much for everything. So if you get stuck, just use Google. Use Google. Use YouTube. Find out the how-to. Okay, and that's one reason why I do the things that I do is people want to know how to. You can actually schedule events and enable live streaming. I'm going to be honest with you, I have not done it this way just because I have always done it through Google Hangouts on Air. Now, I'm sure there will be a time when I may change and start using YouTube to actually do the live events, but at this time, I'm still doing the webinars on Air using the Google Hangouts on Air. So, part of the community here, this is where you're going to find all of your comments, your messages. It's going to tell you who your subscribers are. You can go in and trash the comments. You can reply to the comments. You can actually do subtitles and closed caption. When it comes to your videos, you can either sit down and transcribe everything yourself, or you can go to Fiverr and pay about $5. Send somebody the video and they will send you back the transcription for that video. And you can actually create a blog post by doing that too. If you have a video, you send it out to Fiverr, someone transcribes it, you get all the information back, you turn around and you use the transcription for your actual words on your blog post, and you have your video right there. How easy is it to create a blog post from a video? That is just too easy. So you can always do the closed captions easily just by paying about $5. And like I said, outsourcing it and having somebody do it instead of wasting your time because you have other things that you can do, right? You can also do community settings. If you have other people that you want to have in your specific community, then you can add approved users, you can add moderators, things of that sort. And there are some default settings. When you first create your account, you want to go through and just kind of look at some of these things. You can be added into credits of videos. And those videos, if someone else puts them on their playlist, then you actually have credit in those videos. Then that's helping you. And those videos that you are showing credits with are actually going to show up right here. Your channel. Now, remember when I said that there are other settings when we get ready to do live training for the channel that you want to pay attention to. And this is where those are. Okay. As far as following community guidelines, I'm in good standing. I've done nothing to make YouTube want to come over here and shut my channel down. Thank goodness. And if you provide value, if you provide education, if you give people good reason and good quality to watch from your videos, then YouTube is going to be okay with it. But if you're going to be sitting there slamming people and, you know, pitching your products all the time, saying buy from me, things of that sort, then they're probably gonna shut you down. So you want to make sure that you're giving good quality value. Copyright, I am not infringing on anyone's copyrights right now, so I'm in good standing. This is where you want to be. You want to have the green circles. You want to make sure that you are good with YouTube. If you're not, you will get notified. They'll let you know. You can monetize your actual channel. I have not looked into that yet, but there is the option once you get a little bit deeper. And of course, that's going to be more of an advanced feature. I can upload videos that are longer than 15 minutes. In the beginning, you're not going to be able to do so as much. If you do a training like Google Hangouts on Air and it is actually rendered onto YouTube, you should be fine. You should be fine. There shouldn't be any limit at all. External annotations, it lets you link annotations to external sites or merchant partners. And it says that I'm green, but I'm still waiting on the verification of my website. So that's what it's telling me, that I can link to other stuff, but the website that I want to link to has not been verified. You can do paid content on your actual YouTube channel if you want to, but you have to enable monetization in order to do that. I'm not sure what Content ID Appeals is. I haven't really gotten into all of that information. You can have unlisted and private videos. You can do live streaming. Again, that's something that you have to enable. And like I said, I don't do any live streaming. I do everything through Google Hangouts on Air. You have a video editor included with YouTube, and that's down here where it says create. You can go in and you can actually cut your video into pieces. So if you don't have an actual video editing software on your computer, you can do that through YouTube. So you don't have to spend tons of money doing, getting a whole bunch of equipment or software in order to do this. You can use the webcam on your computer, or you can use the actual camera that's on your phone or your tablet too. You can do fan funding, but you have to enable the monetization, and there's other stuff that goes along with that. And you can upload videos all the time. So I have green all over the place. That just tells me that I am good and I can keep doing what I'm doing. One of the features of YouTube is you can change your defaults how you want things uploaded. So if you are doing a specific tutorial and you don't want people to see it immediately, you can actually come over here to the privacy, and as soon as it's uploaded, you can make it a private video, which means nobody can see it, and nobody can get to it. You can make it an unlisted video, which means the general public can't see it, but if you send the link to someone, they can actually watch that video. If you put it public, that means anybody and everybody can watch the video. So when you upload your videos, you want to put them at least in the unlisted, unless it's and this is upload defaults. So if you mostly upload videos that aren't pre-edited, then you need to put it in as unlisted until you get it edited, and then you can turn around and post it to the public. It's easy as just, a little click and switch. Not very difficult. You can upload it into a particular category. In this case, I am all about education, so I chose education myself. I have a standard YouTube license. And since my titles are very different and my descriptions are very different for each video that I do, and my tags are different, I leave those blank. So this is for, every video that gets uploaded, these are the settings that it's going to automatically acquire. Now you can allow comments. Users can view the ratings for the videos. You can choose the language. You can allow people to contribute subtitles for that particular video. I don't do that because you never know what they're going to put. And I don't like having, you could do the closed caption and do the Fiverr thing, and it's kind of like, well, I'm not sure what they're going to put either. But when you get it back, you actually have you can compare it to the video and things. I just don't like a whole bunch of people being able to contribute stuff that may or may not be accurate to the video. I'd like to have a controlled source where I can send my video and I will actually have one person who is viewing it and can give me all of the information and things that I need right there. And not have several people trying to do it. So just video improvements. I say never show edit suggestions, because every video that I go through, that I put up, I edit it. I highly edit it. Just because I'm one of those people, I start talking and then I might think of a different way to say it. So I'll stop and then I'll say something else. So I got to cut it and edit it and things of that sort. So it's really up to you if you want to show edit suggestions or not. I don't. Personal preference. Now, the video statistics, it says make video statistics on the watch page publicly visible. I don't want that. I would rather keep that to myself. Okay. Featured content. You can actually feature one video over all of them, or a playlist over all of them. And that way people can say, oh, that's a pretty cool video. It's a featured video. Here is where your channel ad is, that you can actually select which one that you would like. YouTube does allow you to do branding to your actual video. You can add a watermark to the beginning, to the end, or through the entire thing. That's up to you. I tried to put mine on there and it kind of took away from the video for me. I didn't particularly personally like it, but that is an option if you want to put a branding watermark on your video, so that way nobody can take that information. Now, here is more advanced information. You want to make sure that you have certain channel keywords set up, so when people look for channels, the keyword that you've selected, when they look for those keywords, your channel is going to pop up. So you need to be very careful about which keywords you actually choose for your channel, but you want to make sure they are absolutely relevant to your channel in every single way. You don't want to have it be something completely different. Okay. Here under advertisements, I took off the check marks. And for this first one, it says allow advertisements to be displayed alongside my videos. And the reason why I took that off is because if someone is watching my video, I want them to do just that. I want them to watch my video. I don't want them to be watching my video, and if I don't go as fast as they want, they start losing concentration and they get easily distracted by another advertisement that's over here on the side of the page. You see where I'm going with this? You want your prospect or your viewer's focus to be straight on you, not on other advertisements. So I recommend taking it off. You're more than welcome to leave it on there if you like. I disabled interest-based ads just for the same purpose as well. I have not linked an AdWords account to YouTube. See, here is where the associated website portion is. It's here and it says it's pending. I'm just waiting for them to finish verifying it, and I'll get the green dot. You can have channel recommendations. So you basically, if you are on someone else's channel and you find a video then my channel can appear in their recommendations too, as long as it's relevant. So you want it to do that so other people can, they can stumble upon your content and your stuff, and then they start following you. You get a new subscriber, maybe a new lead, and a new sale. You see what I'm saying? So you want to make sure that other people can see your stuff, even if you're not intentionally putting it in front of their face. So if they just happen upon a video, that's a good thing, because then they can be like, hey, I like this person. I really would like to start following them because they're giving out some good stuff. So that's a bonus for you. The subscriber counts, it's up to you if you want it to be displayed or not. Strictly up to you. And the Google Analytics property tracking ID, I have no idea. I leave it blank. That's going to be even more advanced than what this is. Now, you do have analytics about your videos. This is a very long and very informative type area. This will tell you pretty much anything and everything you want to know about your videos. It's going to tell you which videos have been watched the longest, which videos have the most, like here, for example, how to collect email addresses at events. That has 17 views. Out of those 17 views, 6% of that video has been watched. See, Pinterest Basics, 354 minutes of it have been watched at 30%, but it's only had 10 views. But that's okay. It just means that they have watched that video for a longer period of time. There's more information they're interested in. It also tells you your, like you've got your geographies. Like most people in the United States and Alaska are watching my videos. Man, look, I have somebody in Australia who's watched my videos, someone from Nigeria, someone from St. Lucia. That's pretty cool. To know that me here in Tennessee, I'm actually reaching other people all over the world, literally. It's pretty amazing. You can find out between male and female who is actually watching your videos. The traffic sources, whether it comes from someone outside, if it's a suggested video, it's 21%. This is actually very good because when it suggests videos, a lot of times it will suggest your own before it runs into some others. But I mean, if you look here, embedded on external websites and apps right here, I have embedded some of actually most of these videos have been embedded on either blog posts, or they have actually been put on social media for most of them. The ones that are 13-night training videos, those have actually been embedded on my blog. So you can see down here, 84% of them are 13-night training videos. So there are so many more analytics to go through. And guys, I could probably spend the next half hour going through each and every single one of these. I am not going to. And here's the reason why. You can set up your YouTube channel. You can go in here, post a couple of videos, go back here and look at the analytics yourself. Watch time. How much time was somebody watching the actual video? Audience retention. How long did they watch the video? Did they drop off in the middle? If they did, maybe it's because the information wasn't interesting enough. Demographics. Where do these people live? Playback locations. Did they watch it on their laptop? Did they watch it on their cell phone? Traffic sources. Where did these people come from? Are they coming from social media? Are they natural organic followers? Are they coming from Google searches? The different devices that it's actually playing on. Come on, there's all kinds of stuff here. Sharing of your videos, comments, the videos that are in playlists, how many likes and dislikes you've gotten, your subscribers. The analytics gives you all the detailed, very specific information that you want to know about your videos. And of course, this is a little more advanced, but it can give you, just by looking in a general overview, it can give you an idea of if people are liking or not liking what they're watching, what seems to be trending for you at the time, and where your people are. Where are they in the world? Okay, so it kind of gives you a general overview. And anytime you have any questions, or if you're curious about what something might mean, you can always find Google Help. Now here is the section, and this is the last section. This is actually your creation area. So if you want to add music to your video, you can do that here. There's a whole bunch of free music here, and there's tons of sound effects over here as well. And you can play them if there's a specific sound that you're wanting to put inside your videos for whatever reason. There's an ambulance siren, an animal growl, let's see, an aluminum can opening. There's all kinds of different music and sounds that you can add to your videos to give them a little more life, or to drive the point home a little bit more. And here's where you find those. Now there are music policies, and I am not exactly sure what this does, but these are songs from actual artists. So like this one right here, Fifth Harmony featuring Ty Dolla $ign, Work From Home. I'm sure it's got a lot. But see here, it says if you use this song, it's blocked in 211 countries. If you perform a cover, it's viewable worldwide. So really, you cannot play this song if your country is listed, because it's copyright. So, again, this is a little more advanced. And I usually don't use music. I used to when I first started, and I find that it just kind of covers up things. If you've got background noise or something like that, if you're worried about that, then music can be good. But you got to make sure that the vocals from your video, that what you're saying, what you're speaking, is clear and loud enough for them to hear, and your music doesn't overtake the actual video. This last one here is actually the video editor. And you can choose any video, any two videos, and you can piece them together. You can edit them together. You can give them closed caption. You can add photos to the video. You can add, here's the music again that you can add if you want to. Transitions from, let's say, a main title into the video and transition back out. You can do that. These are going to be annotations that you can actually add. So here is where you do all of your editing and things of that sort, if you don't have a program already established on your computer. So here you have video creation, editing, being able to have analytics, everything all on one platform that is YouTube. Now there are several other features and ways that you can get your audience to really engage with you on YouTube. And those are going to be a little more advanced. Like I said, I'm trying to keep it kind of basic. But overall, this gives you an idea of what your channel is going to look like when you get in and you start putting videos on there, and it gives you an idea of how to set things up. So with that being said, I'm going to come back over here. Hello. I know we're over, guys, but and that's okay. That's all right. But what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to enable the Q&A. And so if you have a question, please put it in the Q&A box right now. You should be able to see it. I see that there is a raised hand, so I'm hoping there is a question. we'll see here. So if you have a question, go ahead and put it in the question section. And remember, this is, kind of the basics of the YouTube. Again, we're going to get into more detail as we keep going and keep growing with the Thursday night training. So if you have questions or specifics that you want to learn or anything of that sort, please just let me know. One of the easiest ways to get in touch with me is either to shoot me a message on Facebook through the instant messenger, or you can also email me, Dana@danacarpio.com, and just you can email me questions. You can send me tips that you want to, or things that you want to know about, so I can do a training on them. Just anything that you want to share with me, that's great. If you want to set up a time to talk, I don't charge at first. I don't have I do offer a free consultation. I'm more than happy to help you out. Find out where you are and see what kind of steps that we can create in order to get you where you want to go. And then from that point, if I can help you, that's great. If not, that's fine too. Maybe someone else in my network might be able to help you a little bit better than I. But I encourage you to please send questions and send recommendations, things that you want to know. It's great. It helps me out a little bit. I already have, by basing the things that I create from the research that I do, it actually helps me to not have to do so much research, which is a time saver, and that's great when you got kids. But okay, I am going to answer some questions. We have a couple of questions. The first question is, what is monetize? And when you monetize your channel, basically it means that you're making money from it. I'm not, like I said, I'm not exactly sure how all that works. You can have people advertise. When you're watching videos on YouTube, you see those advertisements that start off first before you even get to the video that you want to watch. Those advertisements are things where you can make money, and I'm not exactly sure what the qualifications are in order to monetize your YouTube channel, but you can make money from creating good quality content and promoting it using YouTube. So if you're interested in monetizing your actual YouTube channel, you can Google it and how to monetize YouTube. Or once you're in your YouTube channel, go in there back where those settings were and click on that. And there's a little 2 words. It says learn more. Click on it and it will give you the help section of how you can monetize your YouTube channel. Like I said, I haven't done that yet. I would like to, because that would be incredible to have an additional income stream. And basically when people watch videos and they watch the advertisements, I get paid. So, why wouldn't you want to do it? I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I'm getting there. But that's what monetizing means. Just basically how you make money from it. Okay. Great question. Does it cost to use Google Hangouts on Air? Actually, no, it does not. Google Hangouts on Air is actually absolutely free, which is wonderful because it's a killer tool. It really is a killer tool, because you can create videos. If you don't have the money to buy the software like the Screencast-O-Matic or what's the other one? There's another one. When you want to record your screen and maybe and maybe create a couple of tutorial videos, if you want to do that, you can go into Google Hangouts on Air and you can actually set up a broadcast. You can broadcast live, and what it will do is you can do anything and everything on the internet and on your computer. You can share your screen and things of that sort. If you don't have Camtasia, is what it is. If you don't have Camtasia or you don't have Screencast-O-Matic and you don't want to pay those enormous fees to get the software, then you can use the Google Hangouts on Air. and you can actually do it as a team meeting too. You can have several different people that are actually on the panel, and you can do a live show and have 4 or 5 people sitting there talking. If you go on my YouTube account and you look at the playlist that shows Work from Home Opportunity Community, that on that particular playlist, we would have about 4 to 5 different panelists, and that's what we use. We use Google Hangouts on Air. And it's really easy to go in and set up. Like I said, find the guy. His name is Ronnie, Ronnie Bincer, Bincer, and you will find anything and everything you want to know about Google Hangouts on Air. It's a great program, absolutely free. It may not be the best quality that you could ever have, but it is actually going to give you good enough quality to get the job done at a really cheap price. And you can't get any more inexpensive or cheaper than free, right? So great tool, no expense. No expense. Here's another question. In the editor, can you add a frame to the end of the movie and put your website or Facebook link in it? I believe you can. In that particular editor, you can add a picture or a photo at the end of it or at the beginning of it that actually will give your website. Now, I want to show you something right quick about that. Let's do this. This right here, if you notice, each of my videos have what's called a thumbnail. And these thumbnails were created using Canva. When you go to canva.com, you can actually choose a YouTube thumbnail, and then you just create whatever you want for your graphic. And then when you go into your video, I'm going to show you something right quick. When you go into the video to do any of the editing or anything of that sort, you come to, this is not really the editing. This is not the editing. Where's my video manager? Hang on just a second. I think it's info. Yeah, here we go. It's info and settings. When you come in to do the info and settings, okay, this is where you can do enhancements. You can add audio. You can add annotations, cards, your subtitles and things of that sort. What it's going to do is this particular area is going to tell you, here's your title, here's your description. These are tags. All of these tags were researched, were keyword researched. So if anybody types in sign up for Pinterest, if they type in that particular keyword, then my video is going to show up. Pinterest images, my video is going to show up. And these are terms that have been searched several times. That's why it's so important for your keywords to directly reflect exactly what it is it's going to be in your video and why you do your keyword research. Okay, anyway, the thumbnail thing. I want to show you here. When you're back in this area where it says info and settings, before you change any of this information, it's going to show you 3 different thumbnails. And these 3 thumbnails are automatically taken from the actual video that you've already done, and it's just automatically taken. You don't get to choose these. There will be a button down here that says choose a thumbnail. You can go and create your actual thumbnail, the one that is going to show before the video ever starts, and put that as this is what they're going to see first, and then they're going to, when they press play, then they're going to start seeing the video. So you want to make sure that you can put your website on here. That's what I did. You can see right down here, danacarpio.com. I've made sure I put my website on there just because of that. So that way, I mean, you can put a link to your Facebook page. You can put your website on there. You can put pretty much anything on there that you want, and you can design it any way that you want. And that's another way that gives you branding. So, excuse me. Great question. That it was actually something that I missed. The thumbnail was something that I absolutely missed, and great question. So thank you very much. What is embedded and how do you do it? There's several different ways to embed your video. And if you're talking about embedding your video on your blog, if you have WordPress, it's not that difficult. Once you go in and you set up your video in YouTube, you can go into your blog and embed that video into your blog, which basically means that that video is going to be right there and they can watch that video directly from your blog post. So with WordPress, I know you can just go in and you copy the link from YouTube and you paste it into your WordPress post, and it will automatically pull that video for you. It's that simple. It's not really that difficult to embed a video on WordPress at all. That is more of an advanced type feature, and we will go over that again here very soon when we do a more advanced YouTube type training. But you can actually embed your videos on your blog. And so if you're creating a post, for example, let me see. I'll show you real quick. I'm one of those people, if I show you, I feel like you can understand a little bit better when it comes to what, in regards to what I'm talking about. I'm a very visual person, and I feel like if other people see it as visual too, it helps. Okay, hang on just a second. Let me get into oh my gosh, now we have to do math? That's the first time I ever had to do math to try to sign into my website. It's kind of interesting. Okay, if you have WordPress, this is going to be your back office. Then what you're going to do is in your post, I'm just going to go here to add new. But let's say you've titled your post and this, that, and the other, and you're getting ready to add a video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one right here. All you need is the video URL. You can get that from here, or if you're watching it just on your YouTube channel, you want to copy it, then go to your post, click paste, give it a second, and boom. It automatically embeds your video for you on your post. Or if you have a specific web page that you want to embed the video on as well, you just copy that link and paste it, and boom, it'll put it right there for you. That's the glory about using WordPress over other blogging platforms. WordPress seems to be a lot more friendly with a lot more with a lot of other programs than some of the other leading type blogging platforms. So I really hope that answered your question, but it's that simple, embedding on your blog, especially if, and this in particular is if you are using MLSP sites, it is super simple like that. If you're using a WordPress blog, otherwise, I'm pretty sure it's the same. I have not tested it out, but don't quote me saying that it does work because I'm not 100% sure. But I know if you are using the MLSP sites actual blogging platform, then yes, it will work this way, plain and simple, super easy. Super, super easy to embed. Okay. I am actually going to close out of this because I don't want to keep this. So I'm just going to exit out. I'm going to leave altogether. Okay. But you can, okay. So for example, under this info and settings, this gives you all of the information. You can have it, all of this translated. You can buy a translation, get professional translation. You can choose the list that you want to translate it into. And then there's all these other advanced settings on your videos. So like I said, there's more advanced stuff to know. I was just going for the very basic today. So let me see if we have any other comments here. Oh, look, did you see that? I sent you down the hall, didn't I? You gotta love that thing. It's always fun. I always forget, when I'm on it and it just goes. It's pretty cool. Okay, anyway. Well, guys, I know we have run extra long tonight. We are almost at 2 hours. But guys, YouTube is an incredibly important platform that you need to learn how to use, and you need to create your videos, put them on that platform, and it can bring you leads and sales for years and years to come. So just make sure that when you create your videos, you're creating them with evergreen content, and the more videos that you create, the more exposure you're going to get, and more people are going to start following you. Oh, there was one more thing I wanted to show you. I almost forgot. The thing that sends me down the hall is when I'm looking at my own screen, when I go to share my screen. Like now, I'm sharing my screen, and that's what makes me go down the hall. So if I change it to something else, it stops doing that. So it's kind of freaky, kind of weird, because it just shows a picture of what you're looking at, and it just does that mirrored effect. It's really kind of weird. I want to show you something really quick, and I thought this was super cool. And I was just tickled. Remember earlier, and I told you that some of my videos had actually ranked on the first page. If you go to YouTube, I'm going to put in here Google plus basics. Okay. I'm going to go in here and I want to show you, based on 171,000 search results. Check this out. I'm on the first page. Isn't that cool? I am on the first page. First page. That is so awesome. Isn't that tickling? Now, it's really cool because, I mean, when you create videos and you do the keyword research and you put your homework into it and you put a lot of effort into it, and then you go look and search and it shows up and it's on the first page, you're like, yeah, that's like that's like a major power trip almost. It's amazing. No, I'm not number one. I get it. I'm not number one. It's going to be, this was 3 years ago. They have a lot of authority. They've got 55,000 views. That's hard to compete with, considering the fact that mine was just 4 weeks ago and I only have 12 views. But here's the thing. I'm still on the first page of search results. There's still people underneath me. What does that tell you? That is some serious stuff right there. I did my homework. I did my keyword research. So see, that's exciting. So there was Google plus basics, and check this out. Let me see if it's still there. I'm going to go Pinterest basics, and I should be right there. First page. Amazing. 7 views streamed 1 week ago. I'm sure. See, this is 58, 1,600 views, 122 views, 760, 351. Here's one that's just 24 views. But it's all going to depend on the type of search term that I put in here as to where it will come up. You remember some of the tags that we did for Pinterest? I'm trying to remember some of the tags that I had on Pinterest so I could look those up too. let's see. I don't think I did Pinterest tutorial, but it depends on what you look for. So, and these are just going after the ones that the main keyword that I had. And I looked under the main keyword that I had for each of these, and all of them are on the first page. All three of these are on the first page. You know, I know it's like at the bottom of the first page, but you know what? It's still on the first page. When you do your keyword research and you give good quality content and you start having views on your stuff, it's going to start ranking higher and higher. So do your keyword research. Like I said, if you haven't gone through that training, make sure you go back and go through it. It's definitely worth it. It is highly, highly worth it. Here, let me do this. I'm going to go right here to the, let's do Pinterest basics. Let me go to the info. Okay, here we are. Let's look at some of these. Let's look at this one. Sign up for Pinterest, or how to use Pinterest. Okay, so sign up for Pinterest. Pinterest. Here we go. Sign up for Pinterest. There's all these, how to create, sign up for Pinterest, sign up for Pinterest. Didn't make the first page of that one. But you know what? That's okay. I'm all right with that. I am still on the first page using the main keyword that I had, which was Pinterest basics. There's a lot of people who do tutorials for Pinterest. So you can get outranked easily. But I got to tell you, the more specific you are about your topic, the more of a specified niche you can find, the better off you are going to be when it comes to your search results. Okay. So, all right. Well, that's what I wanted to show you guys, that, you know, if I can rank on the first page of search results on YouTube for my videos using the keyword research, you can do it too. You really can. It's not rocket science. Just make sure that you're searching and you're searching for the right keywords, and you're creating the actual content that your target market is looking for, and you'll be golden. You'll be fine. It'll be excellent. I promise you. You will start to rank in search engine results, and you'll start to get that organic traffic that people always. Let's see, I think my What You Say Matters was #1 a few weeks ago. Yeah, that's good. That's great. Congratulations, Deborah. And your video rankings will change from time to time. The more videos that you do, the more authority that you have, the higher you're going to rank overall. And that's for any and every search term that you put out there. So when you have tags, if you can tag your video in multiple ways, then that also increases the opportunity for someone to actually type in that particular keyword, and your video will come up as long as it's relevant. All right. All right, guys, I know it's been a long night. We are now 2 hours in, and guys, it is time for me to bid you adieu. Get ready for next week. Make sure you write down all of your questions, where you're getting stuck, where you're getting tripped up, some things, you know, if you need help with verbiage or anything of that sort, coming up with new ideas for inspiration or motivational quotes, or if you're looking for some resources, whatever the case may be, please write it down on a sheet of paper and hold it until next Thursday. Invite your network, invite your friends to come and join us so they can learn some new things as well. That's the whole point. This is not about me being able to give you and give you and give you. It's not about me at all. This is about you. It's about what you need to learn to be able to grow your business, and about how I can help you with the answers that I'm able to give you. So guys, with that being said, make sure you make those lists. I really look forward to seeing you here next week. Bring a couple of people with you. It'll be exciting. It'll be fun. And I hope you guys have a wonderful and great week, and we will see you next Thursday. Bye-bye.